The fact that we're here and it's 10:45 or something says, well, it's been an interesting week of practice. Well, how's it been the last couple of days?
Yeah, the last couple of days have been really good for the players, really tough on the players. We've worked them extremely hard. So today is about being a little bit of a lighter day, trying to savour the legs and the energy for this weekend.
I can't recall a Thursday like this where it's been like the Tuesday and Wednesday were so. Did the heat play a part of it, or is it just how practice were going?
Yeah, I think it's again Tuesday, Wednesday. We put in some really high numbers for these guys. I think yesterday's session was the highest of the season so far. So now it's about trying to manage that. One of the messages we've talked to the players about is in our heavy days, in our intense days, it's really getting after it. Trying to improve the sharpness, the fitness, the speed. And then on the light days, we have to respect that. We have to be light with these guys so that everything we do on the training environment is about, the weekend and the preparation. So getting these guys now, flush their legs out a little bit, get them back ready for Saturday is the main objective.
Really no problem with trying something different the way the season has gone, changing things up, maybe find some, whether mentally or physically, to get them fresher?
I think so. I think, for us, it's been about, when you look at training, you look at doing a couple of different things, right? You look at getting them physically prepared, you look at also getting them mentally prepared, getting the culture right, getting them energetic. So my methodology, I'm always trying different ideas, trying different, whether that's training trends or how I set about training sessions. Looking for the right formula right now, and usually that's the 3 points on the weekend is when you've got it right. So just trying a couple of different things.
How are you game plan for Thomas Muller?
To respect what he's done as a player and respect him, but not give him too much respect where you give him too much space, give him too much time. I think the best way you can respect him is know his strengths and try to combat it. So the role of our double sixes will be pretty important in this game, just trying to eliminate the space for him. He had a goal against Houston that was called back, so maybe not a lot of people in the world saw it, but I think it was his third or fourth touch. He hits the volley bottom corner. So in those types of areas, in those types of spaces, is just to be hyper alert and try to not give him any time and space, because you did see the quality in the finish.
Can you sense within the German contingent on this team that playing Muller is special?
Yeah. Should be a little pep to the step now. They should all be excited about it. We know he's an icon for the German national team. Obviously, he's played many years in the Bundesliga under probably one of the best teams in the world. So there's going to be a massive amount of respect for him on the field, especially by those guys. But the message to the players is we're here to compete, we're here to try and win. So respect them for sure. But if you can strip the ball from him and take it off him, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's the objective.
Justin,
good job. Obviously, the big story today, Mackay being pulled up to the supplemental roster. Does that take some of the stress of choosing your spots of when to get him in? Now that you kind of have free reign of when to use them, does that take some of the stress off his involvement this weekend?
I think so. Yeah, to know that he's available for us now for the remainder of the season is pretty important. I think for Mackay and any young, high quality player like him, it's finding the right balance. So whether he comes into our roster and plays on the weekend for us, that's something that's great. He's going to travel with us this weekend, so that's exciting for him. But we want to make sure he keeps playing minutes. Even you might see 1 or 2 games where he goes back to City too, especially as they make a playoff run and get some minutes there. But he's going to be in our training environment now, training with us consistently and trying to just, for all these players, bridge that gap to be closer from second team football to first team football.
And obviously you've seen a lot of his development so far, but has there been something in the last, since he's been with the first team this year, that you've kind of noticed and just how he's improved his game?
Yeah, I think, last year he had some really good numbers in front of goal. I think he finished second in the Golden Boot race, and he's put himself now consistently in that same running. I think he's second again, actually. But there's a lot of games left for him to take first place. So he's shown me consistency. He's shown me that he can be a good threat in front of goal and score some goals. Came into our training environment yesterday, scored himself 2 goals in the 11v11 game at the end. So he's a natural goal scorer. But a lot of his growth has also come away from the field. He's starting to mature more and more now every single time I look at him. He's taken his development a lot more serious in how he eats, how he sleeps, how he rests. So that's some of the stuff that also shows me that he's getting closer to being a professional.
We'll go Drew, then Justin. Then Jeremy online.
Coach, when you're working on killing the game, how much of that in training is that physical training? How much of that is video work? How much of that is just mental?
It's probably 33% of each. It's definitely looking at all three areas. You know, in training yesterday, in our Wednesdays, we typically get to like an 11v11 game, and it's the most realistic picture that the players see until the weekend. So what we done yesterday, just as an example, like one of our conditions was we played 22 minutes. Once we hit that 17, 18 minute mark, that would reference a 70-minute to 90-minute load in the game. I wanted the guys to be more communicative, more intense. Like, so at the end of the practice, now I'm asking for more from these guys. So you need to tap in mentally, your body physically needs to be able to do it as well. So it's a combination of everything, but it is something that we're aware of and that we're definitely starting to try and, figure out solutions and ways to come against, being a team that always is conceding in that 70, 75-minute mark moving forward.
Jeremy, go ahead.
Coach, previous trip to Vancouver, Roman has not played. Curious on his basis for this one.
Sorry, Jeremy. One more time. Is it? What?
No, so Roman has not typically played in Vancouver. I was curious about his availability going into this game.
Yeah, Roman's going to be available for us to use. So he'll be available for selection for the game.
And then with guys coming back to full health and coming back into the squad, is there a challenge in getting their level of communication with each other back up to where it was based on how long some of the guys like Chris Durkin have been out when they reintegrate into the team?
Yeah, I know we've had a couple of different lineups lately. A lot of it's been some, whether it's injuries or rotation of guys. But now that we have the full group at the utilisation, it's about getting the 11 players on the field that I think will get us 3 points. So some new faces, as you mentioned, Chris, they're coming into it. So there's been some prior, relationships on the field with these guys, but it has been some time. So just trying to help them in these moments understand what they should be looking for within each other, how they should be communicating in certain situations. So yeah, it's something that we've got our eye on, and hopefully, we'll just continue to improve as the weeks go on that.
We'll finish with Tom.
The fact that Makai's going to Vancouver, does that mean Cedric's not?
Cedric will be unavailable for selection. Yeah, so he's still another couple of days, maybe even a week or two away. The good news is he's getting some work in the gym, so we think we're keeping his strength and his muscles, a little bit more game ready. But there's definitely still some moments where we need to take a little bit more time to get him fully recovered.
Everybody else is available?
Yeah, everybody else is available for selection. So yeah, that'll make my job very, very interesting in the next 24 hours.
Chris, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, guys.
It seems like it's been a very light Thursday, but it sounds like the earlier days, especially yesterday, were harder days on the practice field.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good session on Tuesday. We had a really good session yesterday where we trained very intense, and the coaches know what they are doing to take it down a little bit, to take it easier today. So tomorrow we ramp it up again, and then Saturday we are ready for the game.
What's it like for you to get a chance, I don't know if maybe you've already done it, but to play against Thomas Muller?
Yeah, exciting for sure. I played against him many times in Germany. Amazing player. What a career he has had, but you can tell that he is still very hungry to win games, to win titles. So he's not going there only for fun. So it's gonna be a nice experience to play against him again.
For the casual fan, describe what it's like. How big a deal Thomas Muller is in Germany.
Oh yeah, one of the biggest players of all time for sure. The trophies he's won, how many trophies he's won, how many titles, how many goals he scored. I think he's in the top 10 all-time goal scorers in the Champions League. So it's one of the best players of all time.
The way this team has gone lately, when you look at the late goals given up, what do you, obviously if it was one easy fix you could do it, but when you look into all the leads you guys have had and haven't been able to hold, what do you think has gone into that?
Obviously we are also talking about everything, and we are trying to analyze what the problem is. If it's a fitness thing that we are maybe not as sharp anymore, or maybe we are not as awake anymore. I don't know. We are trying to do our best. The good thing is we brought it up. We see it. We see that it's a problem. We see that's an ongoing issue. we are trying to solve it, trying to fix it. But yeah, we'll see. We have a lot of other games coming up, and now it's up to us to be aware of it. I mean, we are aware of it, but yeah, we just got to fix it. We just got to be more awake, more sharp, even especially than in the last 20 minutes or so.
All losses are bad, but do those losses sting even more when you've got one goal lead and can't hang on to it and it turns into a loss?
Yes, for sure. Chicago was a very, very tough loss. Just as many losses we've had throughout the season where we played like a really, really good game and we would have deserved a win or at least a point. And then, yeah, getting scored on that late and in the way we lost. And then Simon with a good shot in the end hits the post. I mean, it's just, it's frustrating for sure.
Justin.
I mean, to get to this point in the season, you're finally seems like everyone outside of Sutter Twitter was in the roster, in training, and available. Like, do you feel that in training now that mostly everyone is back and trying to get sharp again?
Yes, I would say so. I think you can definitely tell that the competition is on, that there's more pressure, and that's good. We need that, we need that in terms of you have a lot of injured players, and then guys think they are safe, that they're gonna play easily. But now their coach has some tough decisions to make, and players know that they have to give more and show themselves every single week. So I think that's a good and a healthy competition. And yeah, I think the way we trained in the last couple of weeks, especially, and the way we played showed that the mentality of this team is right. That we are giving everything. Yeah, some things we got to fix. Obviously, some things are a little bit unlucky, but I think hard work in the end is going to pay off.
I'd like to ask you a little bit about Mekhi Joyner gets pulled up to the supplemental roster today. What have you noticed as one of the leaders of this team about his growth over this past year?
Yeah, Mekhi is a fantastic player. He's fast. He's very dangerous in front of the goal. He's very good on a PK spot. He's technical, good 1v1 player. Yeah, he struggles a little bit with his right foot. We are always joking about that. No, but he's a really good player, really talented player, and a really good kid. I like him a lot. He's very, very eager and very willing to learn. Always comes up, asks questions, is able to receive criticism, and yeah, I think if he continues to work hard and has the right mindset and mentality, I think the club can get a lot out of him because he has a lot of potential.
We'll go to Drew, then finish with Tom.
So when guys do come to you with questions or advice, what do you usually say to them?
Well, that depends on the question they ask. Obviously, if it's like soccer related and tactically something, then obviously just based on the question they asked. But I think there's a fine line, and it has to be a good combination of a young player and you can see that in Mekhi. He comes up, he's not scared. He takes the ball, he takes a defender on, like he's not scared to prove what he can do. But I think he also has a good mix of being willing to listen and have like a humility of, okay, I'm still a young player. I still have to adapt. I still have to prove myself. And I think that's sometimes where maybe the balance is missing, where like you have players who are really, really shy and not getting out of their shell, but then you have maybe some young players who maybe are sometimes a little bit too cocky, to be honest, and have like a demeanor that is a little bit too arrogant, to be honest. And I don't see either of these in him, which is great. And I think this is a really, really good foundation with his potential that he has to show more and to show what he can do.
We'll finish with Tom.
If you and Mekhi are both on the field at the same time, who takes the PK?
City 2.
Yeah, you
two
let him.
PKs. Yeah, but that is an example. Like he came up to me, and he immediately gave me the ball and asked me like 5 times if I'm sure that he can shoot, and I said yes, Mekhi, go up and shoot the PK. But I mean that is a good good behavior of him, you know, a good mindset of him. Yeah, but I think in the first team I continue to shoot it.
Critch was talking about the importance of going against Muller about the double pivot. I mean, for you, is this big responsibilities going in this game in that situation?
I mean, yeah, I know the importance of my position in every single game, but obviously with a guy like Muller, I think like sometimes you might not even see him in a game, but he is always a player who can always be dangerous and who can always make the difference. He is so good in always being in the right spot and occupying the right spaces. So definitely it's gonna be really important to be aware of him the entire game.
Have you guys played better against better teams this season?
Yes.
Some of the results.
Yes, I mean, I would say so, probably, which is a good thing because it shows that we are a team that is able to compete. We are a good team, but there are just many factors where things that we have to fix, things that are maybe unlucky. Yeah, but I think it's a good foundation because it shows that this team is able to perform and to even compete with the best teams in the league.
Yeah, so you're going to rise to the level of the competition?
Yes, I mean, as I said like many times, it takes time, and there are so many factors to it. I think like you can tell in the way we play that we are getting better, and that the idea of the coach that it's getting more and more into the team, and that we are bringing it more and more on the pitch. But as I said many times, it takes time. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes persistence. It takes consistency, and it's not going to happen overnight.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.